Europe, 1949. 4 years after the guns fell silent, the continent remains a chessboard, its cities scarred, its people weary, and its future uncertain. To the east, Joseph Stalin tightens his grip on Eastern Europe. To the west, the United States and Britain vow to stop him. The Cold War has begun. The fear is not only of Soviet tanks crossing the border, but of something quieter, more insidious: communist parties winning elections, workers striking, students marching, and turning democratic states toward Moscow without a single shot fired. In Washington and London, alarm bells ring. A military solution alone will not do. They need something deeper, something permanent. Washington, D.C., CIA Headquarters, 1951. Alan Welsh Dulles, a lawyer turned spymaster, has returned from Europe with a plan. The CIA director understands the terrain, not just the geography, but the politics, the fears, the fault lines. And he knows who to call. His British counterpart, Sir Stuart Menzies, is a veteran of shadow wars. Together, they draft a blueprint for what will become NATO's most secret project: a continent-wide network of clandestine armies. In Brussels, the Allied Clandestine Committee meets behind locked doors. Few outside intelligence circles know it exists. Its purpose: to coordinate, stay-behind forces in every NATO country, units that will operate underground if the Soviets invade. On paper, these armies are defensive. In reality, they are built from a different kind of soldier: fascist veterans of World War II, anti-communist extremists, and intelligence operatives with no allegiance to democracy. In Italy, military intelligence agency SIFAR draws from Ordine Nuovo and Avanguardia Nazionale, far-right groups with blood on their hands. In Belgium, recruits come from the Westland New Post, a neo-fascist cell. In Germany, former members of the Waffen-SS are quietly absorbed. Men like Stefano Della Chiaia, a fugitive, bomber, and political chameleon, will move freely between these networks for decades. While generals and spies handle recruitment, the financial backbone comes from elsewhere. The U.S. funnels funds through the Marshall Plan, foreign aid budgets, and black accounts controlled by the CIA. American banking dynasties, the Rockefellers, the Morgans, view Gladio not as a rogue project, but as an investment in stability, the kind that protects markets. We must be prepared not only for the obvious threats, but for the insidious subversion, infiltration, the corrosion of free institutions from within. In forests, barns, and even churches, weapons are hidden: submachine guns, explosives, radios, and counterfeit documents. Each cache is known only to a handful of operatives. Some caches will remain undiscovered for decades, their contents untouched until accidental discovery by hikers, or leaked by defectors. A war without front lines. By the mid-1950s, Gladio units are active in Italy, France, Belgium, the Netherlands, West Germany, Denmark, Norway, Greece, and Turkey. Training centers in Britain and the US teach sabotage, assassination, and psychological warfare. The goal, according to internal NATO memos, is to maintain the spirit of resistance in case of invasion. But in reality, the mission will shift. These armies will not wait for Soviet tanks. They will intervene in their own countries, not against foreign enemies, but against their political opponents at home. And when the first bombs go off, they will not bear the fingerprints of the men who planted them. That is the genius of the Shadow Army. That is the birth of Operation Gladio.